What's up, YouTube? This is Damon, aka the world's worst magician, and today I'll be bringing you a look at Blaze by Les French twins, Tony and Jordan. So if you're not familiar with this effect, I'll leave a link in the description to where you can check it out. But essentially what happens is a spectator chooses a card, it's put back in the deck and back into the tuck. A piece of flash paper is lit, thrown at the tuck, and now it has gone from being pristine to having a hole, as you can see here, a hole burned all the way through it. And in the deck, only one card is burned, and it is a spectator's card. And yes, the card can be signed. So like I said, I'll leave a link to where you can check out their trailer for the effect. What are you going to receive in the box? You're going to get the DVD and 3 routines. So I'll turn it over so you can see what the 3 routines are. If you want, go ahead and just pause it here and you can read about them. Also, you're going to receive the gimmicks necessary to pull the trick off, like it shows on the box. All gimmicks are included. The gimmick, one of their gimmicks that they include, I would use it as a template instead of actually using their gimmick, so that you can make more. Because it's pretty easy to make more, and then if you follow that as a template, then you'll always have one, ready to go to show you how to do more. So, one thing that you will not receive is flash paper. So I guess when they say all gimmicks, the gimmicks are included, but to create the flash that goes with the blaze, you will need to get your own flash paper. And I would recommend getting your own heat sources so you can practice. I don't smoke, so I had to go out and get a lighter. Here's my Christmas lighter. Sorry, but yeah, I actually did go out and get a little, they're selling Christmas stuff already. Anyway, I'll get to what this is in a little bit. So yeah, all the gimmicks are included, but your flash paper is not. The skill level of creating you'll have to create more gimmicks because basically what happens is, once you do the trick, if they sign the card, you're going to hand it out to the spectator and now your gimmick is gone. So you'll have to create another one. The skill level for that, I would put that at beginner. It should be very easy for you to do. And like I said, if you use there as a template, it'll be even easier. The magic trick itself, I would say beginner to possibly intermediate. The only reason I'm saying intermediate is there's a little bit of timing and a move involved, to be able to pull off the effect completely. But you should, even at a beginner skill level, be able to pull this one off. The negatives, let's start there. Really, I found it very hard to find any negatives with this. So very minor negatives, and I'm nitpicking with any of these. There's a little bit of timing involved. So I'm using that as a negative just in case you're not used to using effects where you have to use both your hands and do something at the exact same time. There are possible angle issues if people are burning your hands, only if you don't get the flash paper correct, as far as the timing. And then a heat source is necessary. So the reason I'm listing this as a negative is because you will have both hands full, so you'll need to get a heat source from somewhere else. So like in the trailer, he has a candle, but this isn't medieval England, right? We don't just have candles sitting around where we are. So you'll have to, one suggestion would be if you have a lighter, a trusty one with you, you could hand it out and say, hey, hold on to this for me, and then get back to it and have them light it. If somebody has a cigarette as part of the audience, you could use that, but you will have to have a heat source. There's also something, I believe it's called the Wonder Igniter or something like that, but you can remotely light your flash paper, while it's in your hand. So to me, that's taking it to the next level. So instead of asking for a heat source, boom, you just out of nowhere, you just create that blaze and then, blow their minds. So heat source thing, I'm listing it as a negative just because, it's not always readily available if everybody's not a smoker or something. But that said, those things are very minor. The positives are that the gimmick is very easy to make. The effect is fairly easy to do. It's very visual when you light that fire. I'll show you that in a second. But the biggest things for me is that the card can be given to the spectator, so it can be handed out immediately. And the card can be signed. That's the craziest part, is that they can sign it and there's still only one burn card in the deck and it's theirs. Questions you may have as far as the reset. Realistically, you're only gonna be able to do this once, but if you do make more gimmicks and bring them with you and just have them on you, you can do a reset by just kind of stepping away. There is a little setup involved, so just step away, reset the deck yourself. It'll take you a minute, maybe, and then get back into it. So like I said, if you come prepared, you actually can perform this multiple times, and you can always hand out the card to the spectator. So that's just a huge bonus for me. So one thing I did want to show you before I get into my rating on this is okay, so something cool that I found. This is an additive for flash paper. So if you're not familiar with working with flash paper, I'm going to show you how it goes up. So that's regular flash paper, and you see it just has that kind of quick burst to it. With the additive, it's going to look more like the 4th of July. So to me, if you add this, it does add a little element of danger. So make sure you know what you're doing when you put this, because as you see, the sparks go everywhere and they are super hot. But that's the moment of distraction that you need. So the bigger the flash, right, the more that's going to take their attention away from what you're doing. So that's just a suggestion. You don't have to use it. Like I said, I found this additive at one of my local magic shops. They also have colored additives, so where you can make the flash like red or blue or something like that. So if you're not comfortable with the move you have to do and you need a little more time, this could be something that could buy you that time. So I just wanted to throw that in there. You know, that's not anything that they recommend. That's something that I'm saying, be safe. But if you are going to use it, the additive can give you a little bit more sparkle and a little bit more time as a distraction. So anyway, overall, one of my subscribers suggested that I start rating these effects. So thank you for that. And this one, I'm going to have to go 5 out of 5. As ridiculous as that sounds, my very first one. I have to go 5 out of 5 just because it's unique, it's repeatable, it's fairly easy to do, it's very visual, and it's really creative. You know, to be able to show somebody a tuck that is in pristine, brand new condition, light flash paper, throw it at it, and all of a sudden there's a hole burned through them, and then their card is the only burned card in the deck, and on top of that it can be signed. There's so much going for this effect that I really enjoy it, and I feel like it's something that you could use in a lot of different situations. And like I said, it's repeatable, so you know, you can do it a couple of times if you want, but realistically, you want to do this just once for a lot of people, blow their minds, and then just kind of move on. But yeah, I really enjoy this effect. I thought it was well thought out. It's, you know, it's taught very well. It's very manageable, and it's easy to do. So I'll leave a link to where you can pick this up if you would like. And again, this has been your look at Blaze by Les French Twins. And yeah, all right, see ya. Well, I hope you liked that review. And if you have any questions, magic tricks, or decks that you want to see reviewed, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. As always, I would greatly appreciate it if you would click that like button and subscribe for any future reviews. All right, see ya.